This is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Tuesday, the 19th of December. Starting off with the S&P, which is still trying to get to that 4830 now, a resistance line projection, one that's been in place for over a year. That's from back in September last year. And obviously, as time goes by, that line gets that much higher. But 4830 the target now by the end of next month, while we're above recent support for this market around the 4700 level. Below that, there's a risk of a deeper dive back down towards the 4620 area, but at this stage, 4700 should hopefully cap any downside. Moving along to the stocks, and starting off with a stock which we have had a peek at before, Biofrontera. Here, the idea is that this is a stock which is trying to turn around after an extended bear run and trying to build a base within a broadening triangle from back in October. The initial target here up to the 50-day moving average around $4.20, above that $6 by the end of next month, all being well. The ideal scenario is that we don't spend too much time back below the $3 area in the meantime. And it's also noticeable that we've got a very sharply rising RSI trace. So that does suggest that this current rally could be the one that gets the shares back on the front foot. On to a stock which is a new one here, Cuentas, and here rising trend channel base, or potential rising trend channel base, gapped up already towards the top of that channel around the $3 area, $2.95. That line at $3, and we're looking for that again while we're above 190, which was the resistance on the way down, about neckline resistance recently. Next up is another new name for us, and here we've got Cyclerion, and here you can see a broadening trend channel, broadening triangle base rather, the top of that triangle heading for $5.10, and we're looking for that while we're above the 50-day moving average around $2.80, and ideally we stay on the right side of the $3 mark ahead of a potential turnaround for Cyclerion over the next 2 to 3 weeks. In fact, it looks like it's already underway. Another stock with wings at the moment is Energy Services of America, and here the nice handbrake turn gap up, so it's a bear trap gap reversal through the 50-day moving average, which is now rising, and the view now is that above resistance on the way down at 480, then we're looking for up to that resistance line projection from the early part of this year, currently heading towards as high, in fact June this year is currently heading as high as the $7 area, which we're looking for by the end of next month, or hopefully a bit sooner than that while we're above the 50-day moving average. Next up is GigaCloud, which sounds like it's a company that's going to go places. Here we've got a broadening triangle base and nice sort of what I call a U-shaped bull flag breakout, that move there, and looking for up to $24 by the end of next month, while we're above recent support around $13. Icoreconnect is next, and here we've gapped through the 50-day moving average and hit what would be the initial target there at the top of that broadening triangle from October. Next level up is $4.80, which is the upper parallel of that triangle, and we're looking for the upside here while we're above $1.60 and the now rising 50-day moving average. On to another stock, which is maybe an esoteric choice given the spike that we've seen. But here we've got a vast rising trend channel, which could be heading up towards the $6 area, looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain above the old support on the way down around the $2.90 to $300 or $3 area over the near term. So above $2.90, looking for up to $6 by the end of next month on Invivyd. One of the best calls of the year, which maybe surprised even the most optimistic of followers on this particular stock, is Jinn Medical, and here actually we were rather innocently and perhaps naively looking for the low 40s as the target here. If you look at the last time the resistance lines and the trend lines from the last time we looked at it, looking for $42 on the break of $30, and obviously we've rather exceeded that. It remains to be seen how much more the shares can deliver on the upside after that massive spike towards through the $500 level, so exceeding our target by more than 10x. Moving along to a slightly less exciting situation, perhaps, in the form of Medavail, and here just the first signs of a turnaround here: bullish divergence, falling wedge, and a move towards the 50-day moving average. That suggests that we should be able to get up to the top of that falling formation, currently around the $7 area, by the end of next month as a best case scenario target. So suppose it really is a falling wedge formation, but the proof of the pudding here would be on an end of day close through the 50-day moving average and through $3.80 to take us up to that $7 area. Another new name which may have legs is Neonode, and here you can see that we've had this extended base, a bit of a sort of a saucer-shaped reversal, and the handle here on the saucer just getting broken now around the $2 level. Above $2, we're looking for $3.50 at the top of that rising trend channel from August by the end of next month. And it looks like a pretty strong pattern there. We've looked at the next stock before, maybe quite a few times now. It comes in the form of Ryvyl, and here you can see a rising trend channel based at the 50-day moving average. That's currently around $2.90. Above that, we're looking for the top of the rising trend channel from September as high as $5.75 by the end of next month. On to the next two, and the first one is Sera Prognostics, and here it looks as though the shares have basically found support at the top of the gap there around the $4.20 mark. Above that, we're looking for a retest of the spike from earlier this month towards $10 sometime over the next 4 to 6 weeks, i.e. by the end of next month. Slightly more problematic situation to finish off with in the form of Vivos, but the good news here is that there's been a rebound above a rising 50-day moving average, which tends to be a good continuation signal for the bulls in this case. And here we also bear trapped from below the top of the gap there around $9.90. The longer we stay above $9.90, the greater the chance of a move to retest recent resistance on the way down as high as $18 by the end of next month. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.